Thank you for the invitation and for this opportunity to address and discuss at these important times. It has been very challenging for our government. I was Prime Minister for 51 days, spring last year, and now we are back in office after a landslide victory. When I first took office, it was on my 37th day that I had to combat with a global pandemic due to COVID-19 virus, something which was unseen, unimaginable, and we did quite well back then with early lockdown and with gradual opening. And we even managed that in May last year to have only one newly infected per day. And we managed to have 0 deaths as well, but then we had to leave office. And the situation deteriorated very fast. But now, since we have been in office a bit more than 100 days, I am very happy and proud to say that again we did well. So since 22nd of March this year, when I became Prime Minister again, hospitalization went down by 86% in the Republic of Kosovo, then newly infected by 99%, and active cases by 97%. We managed to ensure 2 million vaccines for our citizens, Pfizer and AstraZeneca, and we didn't take any vaccines from Russian Federation and from China. Of course, this was not done simply because of the state mechanisms. This was done by a cooperation of the citizens of our country who have trust in our institutions and who cooperate with us. All the instructions of health experts were put in place and implemented on the ground throughout the municipalities of our country. On the other hand, there has been some positive externalities of democratic process and results out of last elections. So exports are up in these first 5 months of this year by 66%. Turnover, economic activity is up by 15%, and tax collection, government revenues are up by 30%. We have a prospect of 7.9% of GDP as annual growth for 2021. On the other hand, we are fully aware that we won on this ticket of jobs and justice. So in parallel to encouraging labor-intensive investments in our economy, combining social justice with economic growth, we are hitting hard on corruption and organized crime. So for the first 100 days, we had 101 police operations, ending up with 221 raids, 933 arrested persons, and 7 million euros of sequestrated money. In this way, our new culture of good governance, where corruption will never anywhere be tolerated, is being exercised practically on the ground. We want to continue with the vetting process, which is going to render our prosecution active and our judiciary efficient. Likewise, we want to strengthen the health sector because this pandemic has shown that you need strong health service, because when you're poor, you get very easily ill, and when you're ill, you get poorer. Therefore, it's very important public sector in health service to get stronger. We want to elevate CEFTA agreement into CEFTA, Southeast European Free Trade Agreement, on the model of EFTA EEA, because we think that Western Balkan 6, as Prime Minister Zaev said, we're not neighbors of EU, we are surrounded by EU. We are neighbors to each other. But together, the Western Balkan Six should be joining EU as soon as possible. And I look forward that also Greece joins countries who do recognize us. Let us not forget that 22 out of 27 EU members do recognize the Republic of Kosovo, and likewise 26 out of 30 NATO members. I think that recognition of our country, cooperation in the region, inclusion of it sooner rather than later into EU is the right way forward for long-term peace, stability, and security.